very lovely to talk to you. I spoke to Stephen and Matt not too long ago, and I had to just extend my congratulations on the film, and I'm sending it to you as well. It's so refreshing to sort of have an adult driven drama in theaters telling a story that like deserves to be told. It feels like we're not really
Oh,
seeing much of
yeah.
that today. So
Yeah, like
congratulations.
a story about people
Yeah.
and a story like stories you've never heard before um and just like this like a feeling that you feel like you're involved when you see the film. You feel like you
Yeah.
want to go out and talk about it. It's a wonderful shared experience to see this like
Mm.
with your friends. You can, take your mom, you can share this experience. And the film is it feels really good because it will make you feel like it's worth the price of that ticket.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it's a really good film about people. There's no robots in it, and I like those movies too. I have to say, I like the popcorn movies.
Yeah.
Um, but to see one like this that's really a human story and a story of recovery, a story of
Mm.
post-traumatic growth and
Mm.
not a war film. There's no
Mm.
war in the film, which has been really important for the veterans who see this because they don't want to watch that.
Yeah.
They've already been
Yeah.
there. And the stories more often told are bad news
Mm.
and sad. And this is a story of this young man who steps back through the door into life and goes
Yeah.
out to help others. And that message was, oh, that was so beautiful. That's why I wanted to do the film.
Yeah. No, I was saying there was like a real like universality to it. Like, like you might not think that you can see yourself in the story, but you're able to sort of find something that you can relate to. And I was sort of saying how like that feeling of kind of being completely just broken down in order to build yourself up again was sort of something that resonated with me. So it was really great to watch it and be like, I didn't think I was gonna see a way into this story, but I have, which is not something that you can always get. And I wanted to ask you, regarding, I guess, the believability test, because I know that you said you needed to know if a woman like Alicia truly existed, and I guess like
Right.
what surprised you the most about the emotional endurance required of people who do this sort of work?
Oh, well, in talking to people who are caregivers,
Hmm.
um, I was, you know, a lot of people don't stay in that job
Yeah.
for a long period of time because it's really hard and takes a lot out of you. And I was struck by their dedication to this, their own personal reasons for it's like a calling. Like, how does someone do that?
Hmm.
And they had stories of their own, and I was surprised that there was one in the script because female roles in supporting roles, um they don't have friends or a life outside, and this explained why she's doing it. You see that she's not making money doing this. She's a waitress at a diner at
Hmm.
night so that she can afford um to pay the bills while she's being of service to others. And you learn what she'd been through
Hmm.
and her methods. When Stephen met her, she was a therapist in training, and now she's like one of the heads and still uses these sort of, which were then really quite unorthodox methods. And
Hmm.
I did meet other people that were now using that. I mean, I met this group of women who go and regularly, it's like a thing to go do yoga on the deck of an aircraft carrier, yoga and meditation being introduced as therapy. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of things going on that I knew nothing about. And I also thought about, you know, what you were saying about like what will I identify with in this film? And
Hmm.
really almost anyone who's been through something, been through trauma, or knows somebody like that. Um, this creates a discussion about
Mm.
this. This makes, I feel like that, there's a feeling that you want to get involved, you want to help too. There's lots of
Yeah.
ways to do that, both big and small, and volunteering. Um, just calling someone you miss after you see the film and say, like, how you doing? Is there anything I can do? Like, it's not a forbidden subject to talk
Yeah.
about what someone's going through. It's okay. Make them know that it's okay to talk about it. And I loved the positive message of this film. Um, I'd never heard the phrase post-traumatic growth. I'd
Yeah.
often heard, we've all heard PTSD. It's
Yeah.
almost used as a catchphrase now, like, oh,
Yeah.
family Christmas, I totally had PTSD. I'm like, yeah, but did you?
Yeah.
Like, did you really? That's not what it is. Um, and but someone who experiences growth, the sheepdog, the phrase that name really comes from, you protect the herd and face the
Mm.
wolf. And that's what our characters are. And this character, Calvin, he does open up to our help. He does. We
Yeah.
open the door and show him back into life, but it's his decision to make that choice. And he
Mm.
does, and he doesn't ruin anything in the film, but he goes out to help others. And I loved that positive message. And I loved that this is not a war film. You
Yeah.
know, we don't see the firefight. We see the fight he has when he comes home.
Yeah.
Um, and that was really important to me, that message in particular.
Yeah, I wanted to. You mentioned, like how she works at night at a diner, and I wanted to sort of ask, I guess, almost like a night shift metaphor, because I'm like, she's working nights at a diner, studying trauma by day. I guess, did you see that dual life as symbolic, like nourishment versus damage and hope versus exhaustion in any way?
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna steal that. That's good. Yes, I just don't know how they do it.
Mm.
I thought of that because I realized that in order to really be there for my family, to be
Mm.
stronger for my loved ones, um, I really needed my own personal spiritual nourishment.
Mm.
I needed to be stronger. That old adage of put on your oxygen mask first before you
Yeah.
help the other passenger. Um, and I couldn't just talk the talk. Like, I really had to do that in my personal life. And this movie sort of became the catalyst for that. Like, come on now, Virginia, you need to reach out for help. You need to look at your business and see what you have, in order to see what you have to give.
Mm.
And so that's been a tremendous growth for me over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And so to maybe it's also because of my age, I'm in my 60s. And so I'm not afraid of, you know, that perspective that I
Mm.
can now have. I have enough time on the earth that I can clean house. I can look at my own stuff and realize there's choices I don't have to make anymore.
Yeah.
There's a lot of time we spend as young people just worrying and scared and trauma or no.
Mm.
But then when you get a little bit older, you're like, okay, you know what? I don't have to do that anymore. I
Yeah.
can be more grounded. I don't know. I don't know everything, but you know
Yeah.
what? I'm going to start to be a gardener. I'm going to put my hands in the earth because it feels really good. And I'm going to learn all about it. And I'm going to not work as an actor for a little while till I
Mm.
get all my stuff together. After this movie, I was like, all right, you know what? I need to I need to really, I need to heal myself.
Yeah.
And so by the time we got to here, where I need to talk about this film, I could be ready to do so. I could be
Yeah.
ready to, and it's been a really incredible couple of years. It really has. I'm really, really grateful to have had that experience and now to bring it to others.
Yeah. No, like it was just one of those movies that, like I'm, obviously in my line of work, I watch a lot, and it's always so nice to walk into something and just like not know what you're going to get, and to be just completely immersed in it and swept away. And because I was saying to Matt, like it felt almost like a documentary in a lot of ways, because it was like this like almost like fly on the wall kind of mentality, where we're really getting a peek into these people's lives that it feels like we shouldn't, but we're so happy that we are, because everything felt so raw, and nothing felt performative. Like it just everything just felt so natural. And like, that's a testament to everybody involved in this film. So I it was really,
That's
really,
really beautiful because
yeah.
that, and you and I both, we have that in common. Like we watch a lot of movies. It's part of what we do.
Yeah.
And and yet not to, because we love movies, so not to be jaded or anything, but to, when one stands out, it's nice to know that you can still have that feeling of immersion. You can still
Mm.
have, because isn't it wonderful to hear the storytellers? And
Yeah.
and that's why, we love movies, because the storytellers, and I love the big action movies. I really do. Like F1 was
Yeah.
awesome. And,
Oh my God,
and
yeah.
I saw that movie when I was so sad and I was really grieving, and I just thought, oh, it's going to be so loud. And then it just made me smile. Like that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
And on the other side, movies like ours are, we're very small. We don't have all the bells and whistles when it comes to publicity. And but we're opening in 600 theaters
Yeah.
nationwide
Yeah.
because it's really resonated with people. Like you said, it's really the experience of it will make you feel like it was worth the price of that ticket. And it
Yes.
will
Yeah.
be something that you'll want to share, and and share it with other people, and it helps you to begin like a dialogue.
Mm. Yeah. No, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm so grateful for, actors like yourself and filmmakers like Steven and films like this that just sort of show that everything going on in the world, there's still just something worth it. And yeah, so I can't, sing the praises of this film enough. So thank you so much for taking the time out. And because I'm technically in the future in Australia, it means the rest of your night is going to be great. So
Oh, what part of Australia? What part of Australia?
Brisbane, Queensland.
Oh, I love Queensland. I
Yeah.
spent some time there. I made a
Yeah.
couple of movies there, a couple of projects. It was so beautiful. But at one point we were all the way in like Cairns,
Yep.
and that's the way you pronounce it, right?
uh
Cairns?
can, can cans, yeah.
Cairns, yeah, it
Yeah.
was seemed like it
Yeah.
was like I always said it wrong, and it's the only time on when you got the call sheet and your work orders for the next day, and it would give you a list of venomous creatures, and then there
Yes.
was this there was this big pink sheet attached that said, beware of feral pigs. And I really thought that someone had attached that as a joke.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, no, they're all over the place, and here's a picture. I was like, are you kidding me? That's a boar. And they're like, yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah.
And it was, oh, what a wonderland it was. And
Yeah.
the most amazing, beautiful people, also spent time in Sydney, obviously, but up there in the rainforest, it was a really, really rich, beautiful time for me.
Yeah. No, well, yeah, I mean, I'm biased. I really like it here. You're welcome back anytime. Where, we're a good country. So no, but
Yes, you
yes.
are. Yes, you are. Good
But
people.
yeah. No, but thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for taking the time out. And really, this film was really, really special. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your time.